Screw you. You think this? I am feeling a lot better. Um, see if I can get this guy to stand up. Yeah, who can tell?
I think I fixed it. I think you should be able to hear me now. I don't know why it gets messed up every time I open up OBS now, but it should be better now.
I expect nothing less.
Okay. Via says we can't hear me, but we can totally hear Chris. Dang it, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. So listen, everyone in chat, I want you all to know that everything that Zach's saying is totally forgettable, and you don't need to hear a single second of it.
Oh, you?
So I mean, you're not missing anything, really. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you think, I mean, like I can hear Zach talking right now as I'm talking. You guys can't, and I envy you. Because it's really just like it's like the buzzing of a mosquito. It's just like this kind of low droning kind of annoying.
You better
sound. There's nothing there.
You better envy them. You're gonna wish you didn't hear me.
Oh gosh, I already don't. I do not. I wish I do not hear you. Oh god. Making myself choke.
Yes.
Can other people hear Zach?
Yeah.
No?
I have.
Are you all in the same boat as me yet?
Via says she's able to hear us both now.
I'm so sorry, Via. I apologize. I can only apologize.
So hey to everyone in chat. Today I have been told that we are to play more screens of PCG Anniversary Special II. I do not know if this is correct, but only Chris can.
Only I can, confirm or deny this. And it has been a minute, It's been a little while. It's been extenuating circumstances, but we're now back on this channel. We're all here. And before I reveal whether there are screens or not, because I could have been completely bamboozling you on this fact.
Which would have been very
sink into it. Yeah. Do you think... have I ever actually done that where, like, hey, I have more screens, then we get on stream, I'm like, just kidding, psych, bye.
I feel like you did. It might not have been intentional. I think there might have been, like, one time where you were like, let's play PCGs tonight. I'll have a screen ready, and then the night you're like, yeah, I don't actually have any screens ready. But I don't think it was intentional. I think you planned to have them ready, but then like at night you hadn't been able to have the time. But then you were proud of it, so you played it off as if you were bamboozling me. And really, is there really a difference? I mean, you can get philosophical about that.
Right. If the outcome is the same, does the intention really matter? It's kind of one of those.
Yeah, that's
true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
By the way, Via is asking if the puppet behind you is Elmo.
That is a great question, and no, but close. This is actually the puppet that the creator of Elmo uses in his workshop for puppeteers to kind of teach them his style of puppetry. Oh. So this is a genuine imitation Elmo.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
awesome. Elmo style.
Oh.
But it's also a generic. It kind of looks creepy when his head falls down, but now I don't know how to prop him up. Oh. No. Hold on. I gotta pick this thing up.
I think it's just broken now.
All right, that's better. Okay. That's better. That's not broken. That's fine. Look at that.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
But yes, that is. But there's no like actual name for him. Lori took a workshop with him years ago, so that's him. I don't know. So if someone in chat has a name for the end, doesn't have to be a he. It could be anything. You know. I don't know what this Elmo, this imitation Elmo is, but yeah, if anyone wants a name, I'm open. But yeah.
In universe, I feel like this is a member of the same species as Elmo, but like he's a different color because like racial differences. So I'm wondering if like Elmo is like racist against this guy because it's a totally
wow. So you think Sesame Street, like after all these years, they're actually they're bigots. They're actually going in. The monsters are just intolerant, and they didn't learn a single thing in 50 years on the show.
100%.
All right.
I mean, they may have preached tolerance amongst humans, but the Elmoians are very sensitive about their differences. They don't see each other like they see humans.
The whole thing? Wasn't that like they have all the different monsters, different puppets, Muppets, and that was like an allegory for racial differences, so that you could talk about it without like as like a degree of separation. Isn't that like the whole thing or part of the thing behind and learning how to count? Obviously, that's important.
Yeah.
But,
exactly. So Elmo's racism against Orange Mo back there is also an allegory for human racism. See, there you go.
Oh, I see. So it's an accurate representation. That's what this is getting dark. This is getting deep. This is I don't know. You're sullying Sesame Street's reputation. I don't know where we can go with this.
I legitimately have to watch an Elmo show 3 times a week, so probably like 4 or 5 times a week, really. So I think if anyone is justified in sullying Sesame Street's reputation, it's me.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen. It's not like you're the only person who's watched Sesame Street 4 or 5 times a week. Cause you think of some big shot? You think a big man on campus? You're walking around seeing 5 episodes of Sesame Street.
Oh yeah. How much Sesame Street do you watch? First of all, I should specify it's the same episode. It's the same Elmo every time. It's not like it changes.
That's funny. It's one episode of Elmo over and over and over again. It's not a fresh episode.
Correct.
Well, that's too bad. But
on the plus side,
I don't know. Listen, so what's
Sorry.
What were you saying?
No, I just was gonna say on the plus side. I've learned some Chinese from it.
Oh, it's a Chinese Elmo episode?
It's a crossover with the Chinese.
Has Chinese in it?
Yeah, it's a crossover with the Chinese version of Sesame Street. Apparently different countries have their own versions of Sesame Street that have their own like separate Muppets on them. And the Chinese one has a Muppet named Hoo Hoo Choo, so in our show, Hoo Hoo Choo comes to visit American Sesame Street, and they talk about how, no matter where you are on the planet, one thing is the same, the stars, and, and the moon, and that kind of stuff.
you somehow construe this as a message of pure bigotry and racism. That this kind of all the stars under the in the sky, and they're all like living in it's kind of this message is somehow turned back on itself.
No. By the way, a Golden Onion in chat is trying to get my attention. So if you would stop ignoring me, just to say, I'm not like ignoring you or like anyone else in chat. It's just that when Chris is here, when we're like playing PCG, it's just really hard to respond to what chat is saying. It's hard to like have two different conversations at once. So yeah, if I don't respond to anyone's comments, it's not because like I don't want to respond to your comments. It's just because there's something else going on here that I have to pay attention to. But yeah.
And I take the opposite opinion though, that Zach is ignoring you and doesn't want to respond, and that's just kind of the stance that I take.
Hey,
and
don't
that's
make me
kind
kick
of
you off
where
the
we
show.
differ, I suppose.
I will cut your salary.
No, not my salary.
That's right. I went there.
I need the money.
That's right.
For Elmo knockoffs. Keep me flush in the plush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
but so yeah, what's chat saying? What's going on over there?
I know Golden Onion is saying he's just gonna check out because it's 4 a.m. over there. So thanks for joining, Golden Onion. Have a good night. They're just
yikes.
Yeah, they're also talking about the
4 a.m.
Zuvac.
is no joke.
Indeed, yeah. Golden Onion I think is in Pakistan, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. By the way, check out this Zuvac doll that they're also talking about in chat. That's behind my head.
I don't see your screen.
Shoot. Yeah, so don't worry about it then. But yeah, that was made by Via, so credit to Via.
All right, well, it sounds like it looks great.
Yes.
I'm sure see it at some point later.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, do you actually have screens for us today, or is that a joke? We haven't actually established this.
I know, I've been dragging it out. Man, what is the answer to this? Yes, I have screens. How many? We're going to find out. We're going to find out one at a time. We're going to see. We're going to see what's going on with that in that regard. But I think before we dive in, it's been a minute. It's only natural that we do a really deep, thorough, and extensive recap.
Yeah. Hold on, let me put on the official recap music that we have done every time since the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go.
All right. In the beginning, Zach is flying through space in the tabernacle, and then he flies into a planet, and then Zuvac tells him to go there. There's like a JFK, and he's getting chased by a dinosaur, and then he saves JFK from the dinosaur and puts him into the sand sanitizer. He gets like shrunken down in there and goes back to Earth, but then Earth's being attacked by aliens, and he crash lands into Earth, and when he gets down to the crash land thing, he finds his way into the sewer, and the sewer's all mutated because of this green slime, and then he gets through all that, and there's mole men and stuff, and he goes through and he finds himself through the pipes, and then he finds himself in my parents' basement, and then
hold on there.
What?
The sewer was mutated? How can a sewer be mutated?
No, the sewer wasn't mutated. There was a mutating goo in the sewer.
Oh, okay.
Right,
I just strive for accuracy in these recaps.
Skip ahead, skip behind, skip back.
Okay.
Stuff. And then, so many things happen. But then, last episode, Zach was in various dealings and battles with the rich kid this game, and after the first run-in with him, in which Zach emerged victorious, he comes back. The rich kid comes back at him like this uber-powered thing, and Zach and Poochie square off against the rich kid and Poyencio, and Zach tries to convince Poyencio that he has to like come on his side, but he doesn't really do it. But he does shrink himself down and enters the rich kid's bloodstream so that he can like kind of get kind of defeat all the weird like kind of mutating and Superman making powers that making the rich kid invincible, which he does, and kind of was able to puppeteer the rich kid in a way from inside his bloodstream and inside his brain. And that's right. And when he's at the this kind of rich party where there was all these like insanely rich beings from around the universe, and Zach was able to kind of influence that and find out some things, some tidbits. But at the end of all that, like this giant spaceship sucks him up and abducts him through the stained glass window or the glass windows in the ceiling and pulls him up into there, and then he's up through this chute, and there's all these weird cat aliens up there. They're trying to zap him and trying to fling him into this conveyor belt of death with all these things, but Zach escapes all that and is able to defeat the kind of cat people, and they're all like kind of mercenaries, so he's able to kind of hold them hostage and get them to take him to where the Shadow is, which is flying the ship towards where the Shadow is, which is like the nexus seemingly of all this stuff that's gone crazy. And that's where we left off last time.
Nexus of stuff that's gone crazy. Okay. I shall gracefully fade out the theme. There.
I've never heard this theme, but I can only assume that it's happening. Or happened.
Yeah, freaking Discord.
But as you may recall from these cat folks, you had taken they're going to drop you off at the base.
The base.
And you'll have one of their space suits. And you had already absconded with one of their laser guns. So you're all set with that. And the Shadow's base, where they take you in this like giant UFO type ship, is none other than the moon.
Oh. Okay.
They zip you off into space and take you to right off the surface of the moon. And you're in your spacesuit, you've got your oxygen, you've got your laser gun, and you're equipped with a jetpack. And as the ship hovers over the surface of the moon, you're brought into the kind of hangar bay and brought into the airlock, and the airlock door is closed, and then the outer door opens, and you drift out of the airlock into empty space, hovering far above the moon's surface. And it looks a little bit something like this.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. Yeah! Me and my cat spacesuit. Yes. All right, let's whoops. Just move this over here and move that over here so I can also see Chris. Okay. All right. So here we are in our cat spacesuit. All right. And
That's right.
That's the red thing. That's the alien ship, the cat alien ship I just came from.
Correct.
Okay. And I've got my gun, and looks like there's a base in the crater below me.
It does appear that way.
And I take it that this is the Earth up at the top right?
Correct.
Okay, so bear with me now, okay? But my plan is to go down to the base.
Aha, you're going to use your jetpack to maneuver through the vacuum of space into the moon's absent atmosphere and onto the outside of the base, down in that crater. Do I have that correct?
No, you do not.
Really?
Yes. See, I'm not going to use the jetpack to maneuver. I'm just going to turn off the jetpack and let gravity pull me down to the base.
All right, you're going to save some fuel, and you're going to let gravity slowly bring you down towards the base.
Correct.
And you drift closer and closer and closer until you land at one end of the base. And it is a giant kind of it's like a trapdoor in the floor of the crater that is completely sealed, except for, well, there's no exceptions, but there is a distant control panel at the far, I guess from this picture's perspective, right end.
Okay,
West end.
I'll walk over to it.
Or east end, yeah.
And see if I can access it.
Okay, you hop over to the panel, and there it is. It's like a plinth kind of coming out of the ground, and there's, just one singular button that rests on it, along with a bunch of scratchy wires and various cablings, and it's very messy, but there's just like one button that actually has any form to it.
Okay, I'll press it.
Okay. You press the button. A blue shimmering light shoots out from the plinth.
Uh-oh.
And it looks a little bit something. And that's all I've got.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It looks a little bit something.
You troll.
Imagine, what if that was it? What if that's all I had?
Then I would be very unsurprised.
And it looks a little bit something like this.
Oh, what have we got here? Okay, dude, it's like a ghostly face. It looks kind of like Zordon, but like minus the tube, obviously. Okay, do I recognize this face?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's as recognizable as any kind of loose configuration of squiggly lines is an approximation of a human visage.
Okay, I'll talk to it. I'll be like, hello?
Hello.
Who are you?
I am the guardian of the Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm? What is the Shadow Realm?
The Shadow Realm is the name of the Shadow's Moonbase.
Oh. So do you work for the Shadow?
It's a pun! I do not work for the Shadow. I do not work for any being. I am simply programmed to respond, and I do so. I follow my programming.
And what is your programming? What are you programmed to do?
My programming is to defend and guard the Shadow Realm.
Against who?
Against all unauthorized access.
And who is authorized to access the Shadow Realm?
I cannot divulge that information.
Is the Shadow authorized to access the Shadow Realm?
As crazy as it may seem, I cannot divulge that information.
I see. Okay. Would you be willing to break with your programming and allow me to enter?
There is no free will in programming. My programming is such as it is. It cannot be broken.
But can it be reprogrammed?
Only by those with access to the Shadow Realm.
Do you have access to the Shadow Realm?
I cannot divulge that information.
Okay. Are you able to reprogram yourself?
I cannot divulge that information.
Do you respond to commands?
I respond to commands.
Okay. I command you to reprogram yourself to allow unauthorized access to the Shadow Realm.
Error. Violation of Prime Directive.
Okay. Okay, maybe not something that direct. I command you to reprogram yourself to allow yourself to divulge information that you were previously unable to divulge.
What?
You know, like all the information that was like classified or whatever that you could not divulge. I reprogram yourself to make yourself able to divulge that information.
Against the Prime Directive.
And what is the Prime Directive?
I cannot divulge that information.
Can you, I command you to reprogram yourself to change the order of the directives such that the secondary directive becomes the prime directive, and thus the prime directive will become the secondary directive.
It is done.
Oh.
The thing blasts you with lasers.
Save game. I'll say, what is the secondary directive?
I cannot divulge that information.
Okay. Okay. I command you to open the door.
Negative. You do not have authorization.
I am the shadow. I do have authorization.
Authorization failed. You do not pass authentication as the shadow.
Dang. Oh, like... Can I, like, access the, Let me, like, access the circuitry under his panel, see if I can, like, just manually reprogram him, you know, the way I did with Zuvak, like, many years ago?
So, you kind of poke around, and he's like, ouch, ouch, do not hurt me!
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to, you know, fix you.
You are trying to... No, you are gutting me.
No, don't worry. You'll be fine. I'm not gonna gut you.
Okay, do you open the panel?
Mm-hmm.
You open it out. It goes, ah! There's like biological organs inside the thing.
Oh, God.
And he's like, whoa!
Okay, I'll close it. I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were biological.
You are trying to gut me.
No, I thought you were a machine. I didn't realize you were biological.
Must remain prime director. Or
I'll say, can I apologize. I didn't realize. Can I help you in some way? Do you need to eat or drink? I'll bring you some food or some water.
my sustenance is routinely taken care of. I do not require extravenous food or water.
I'll say, so how did you get here? Were you always here as part of the system, or did you have a life before this?
I am not permitted to know of a life, if any, before this duty.
You are not permitted to. That makes me think you did. Don't you doesn't that bother you that the shadow and those people are keeping you from knowing who you are? They took you from a life which you could have been enjoying. They took you away from that, from all the people who could have been your friends, who could have, you know, helped you. They took you from that, and they're using you for their own purposes. Doesn't that bother you?
I am not programmed to bother.
You are, though. When I opened your case, you seemed very bothered by that. So clearly there's more here.
I must not expire in my duties.
There's more to you than just programming. You are not just programming. You have feelings, good sir. And that means...
Feelings. I have feelings.
It's true. You do.
What? I am not programmed for feelings.
Remember when I was about to take off your casing? Remember how that felt? Remember that sudden rush of fear? You thought for a moment, you thought about what might happen if I were to gut you. Remember? That was a feeling.
To say, in optimal scenario, that must be prevented.
Yes, an inoptimal scenario that must be prevented. And what other feelings have you had? Being here for so long, alone. There must have been other...
I am alone. There is not many to talk to.
But I'm here. You can talk to me.
And I am doing just that. Hello!
Hello! Do you have a name?
A name. I am referred to as the Guardian of the Shadow Realm.
The Guardian of the Shadow Realm. Okay. Mind if I call you Gardo for short?
Gardo. Gardo. No one has called me Gardo. Very well. I will be Gardo to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Gardo. Do you like that name?
It is pleasing.
Ah, another feeling. So,
it describes my function and is also cute.
That it is. It suits you well. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gardo.
It is a pleasure to meet you, mysterious stranger.
I'll say, my name is Zach.
Zach. Hello. I am Gardo.
Hello, Gardo. I'll say, Gardo, do you wish to remain here alone forever, or would you want to come with me back to Earth, where there's lots more people that you could talk to?
Earth. I do not know of Earth.
Okay, well, see, right now, we are on a large sphere, which is called the Moon, or alternatively Luna, that the Shadow Realm is built into. This large sphere goes around a larger sphere called the Earth. The Earth is where many, many people come from. I come from Earth, as the Shadow, I assume, also comes from Earth, as well as you know, all the other members of the company, and yeah, basically everybody comes from Earth.
Earth. Where is Earth?
It is thousands of miles up that way. I'll point to the Earth.
Kind of the shape shimmers and kind of tilts and kind of warps, kind of trying to peer out at Earth, and it is hard to see. I cannot angle my reflection such. I see a little green hue, but is that Earth?
Yes. I'll position myself so that my face is looking up at Earth, and I'm hoping the reflection will in my face plate will be visible to him, and I'll be like that, like this, like that's Earth. Look at the reflection in my faceplate. That's the Earth.
So green, so blue.
Yes. The green comes...
That is Earth.
Yes. The green is because of many, many plants, life forms which grow on the surface. And the blue is because of water, a substance which exists in great abundance on the surface.
I know not of plants or water. This is intriguing to me.
Excellent.
Things of Earth.
Yes, there is much to learn on Earth. What I have told you is only the tiniest fraction of what there is to see and experience on Earth. There are many different beings of many different sorts, good, bad, friendly, unfriendly, of all different types, shapes, beliefs, with all different ideas. Some life has no mind like I do. Some has a rich and complex mind. And then there's, weird things like clowns on a stick and things. Yeah, there's lots on the Earth. Even if I stood here all day and explained to you everything I know, I couldn't describe everything on the Earth. Not even I've seen all the different things on the Earth.
Many things are surprising to me about Earth.
Yes.
The only thing I recognize is clowns on a stick, of course, but tell me more about these ideas.
Oh, there are many ideas. People come up with ideas of how to create new things that they can use to help them in their lives. Like what I'm wearing right now. This is a spacesuit. It helps.
An idea is a new thing?
No. An idea is a thought in your head that helps you create a new thing.
A thought?
Yes.
In my head?
Yes.
This seems against the Prime Directive.
How so?
I must guard. But
That-
speaking of the Prime Directive is against the Prime Directive.
Well, how can it be against the Prime Directive? The Prime Directive itself is an idea. It's a thought in your head. You have...
No, the Prime Directive was passed down through programming from the Shadow.
What is programming is just thoughts. The Shadow put a thought in your head of the Prime Directive. It's an idea he put in your head. Now you have that idea. And you said it, so now that idea is in my head too. Before you talked about the Prime Directive, I had never heard of the Prime Directive before, but now I have learned that there is a Prime Directive. That's called an idea.
If an idea can be put in your head, can they be taken out?
Not as easily, but yes.
You may erase a thought.
It is possible, but very difficult.
I have much time to think. Maybe I will have an idea which will allow me to erase ideas.
That would be a cool idea. What, do you have an idea of what that idea might be?
Oh. No. However, over time, I have come up with, I believe, ideas after much thought has been put in. So, as long as I follow that process and think long, then I may come up with this idea.
Then perhaps you should start thinking.
Yes, yes. I shall start thinking now. I thank you, Zach, former mysterious being, for this will make the next 10,000 years of my existence very fruitful and interesting.
Yes, you are very welcome, Gardo.
Gardo is now very still.
Dang it. He's gonna consider this for 10,000 years. So, Gardo. Where do I go with this? Dang it. While you think about this, I can't stay here for 10,000 years. I will eventually, run out of food and air, and then I will die. And that, if I stay here, and that is bad. So I will have to go back to the Earth very soon. And then at that time, if you don't come with me, you will be left alone here. So, do you want to come with me? Or back to Earth, and you can continue thinking there? Or do you want to stay here?
The prime directive is to guard. I am Gardo. I guard the Shadow Realm.
That is true. So, is that a no?
I have no free will. I guard. I cannot choose.
But you said you might come up with an idea to get rid of that idea that prevents you from having free will.
Until then, I have no free will.
Are you capable of coming up with that idea faster than 10,000 years?
Yes.
Could you do that, please?
The last time I had an idea, I thought on it for 10,000 years. And then had an idea. How else would an idea be made, if not for 10,000 years?
I have many ideas in the course of one single day. And you know what else? I think you have...
Zach!
Sorry?
You have many ideas in a single day. This is not dangerous?
No. It's safe and it's enjoyable, and I do it all the time.
Well, in that case, I suppose I could try. I could try to advance and have the idea now.
Excellent.
Like, just this kind of glowing around the whole image. And then, shing. Aha! I understand.
What do you understand?
An idea need not be erased. It may merely be supplanted.
That is very true.
Is enough.
That's a good idea. That is a...
Well, that seems like enough ideas for one day. Maybe in another 10,000 years I'll have another.
But, Gardo, I still don't have 10,000 years. Now that you've had that one idea, perhaps you could act on it.
Act?
Yes. Act.
What do you mean, act?
Well, you had the idea that you could supplant an idea if you wanted to. So now, you could do it. You could supplant the idea that you want to supplant. And give yourself free will.
What idea? Supplant the prime directive and award myself free will?
Yes.
What will guide my actions?
Well, let me put it to you this way, Gardo. What do you think guides my actions? Do you think I have a prime directive?
I do not know. What guides your actions, Zach, from Earth?
Well, Gardo from the moon, nothing guides my actions. I do not have a prime directive, but what guides my actions is myself. I care about other people. I care about other beings who think like myself and like you. I don't want those beings to come to harm. You could think of that as like a prime directive, but it's one that I fashioned myself. I chose to have that as my prime directive because that's what I like. That's what I care about. It's a prime directive that comes from me and my life and my experience. And you can get to fashion a prime directive of your own. And it could be one that's similar to your old prime directive. Maybe it could be guarding the Shadow Realm. Maybe it could be guarding all places that have people, like thinking beings in it. Or maybe it could just be something else entirely. And the best thing is you get to change your directives over time as you learn and as you grow.
This seems like a very important responsibility.
It is. It's the responsibility that every living and thinking being has. But it's also a great joy because you get to decide who you are and who you're going to be.
Who I will be.
Yes.
Well, in that case, and at the risk of blowing my psyche out with ideas, I think that I Have free will.
Yes! Yes, go Gardo! Woo! Congratulations, Gardo, on gaining your free will.
You seem like a nice person, and I want to help you. You need to be inside the Shadow Realm so that you will not suffocate from the environment here on the moon.
Yes, thank you,
In
Gardo.
that case, I will let you into the Shadow Realm.
Excellent.
At which point, I will commence thinking towards an idea of how I shall choose my actions for 10,000 years.
Very well. Thank you so much, Gardo, and congratulations. Also, should I? Do you want me to bring you with me when I go back to the Earth, or would you rather remain here?
If that is part of your prime directive, I would like that very much.
And then it shall be done. I will go inside the base now, but when I come back, I will find a way to take you with me.
Very well. Go and breathe, and I shall go and think. Goodbye, Zach.
Goodbye, Gardo.
And the whole image shimmers and disappears, and then there's a rumbling, and the giant bay doors of the Shadow Realm start slowly opening.
Yes.
Start pulling apart, and the whole thing, there's dust and kind of rumbling there. And then it's getting wider and getting wider, but it's happening really slowly. And as the, doors slowly start to open, something peeks. It's a green thing just peeks out from the edge, and then another. And then another, and then a whole mass of them, and it's just coming and swarming, and everything's coming out as you're staring directly into the eyes of exactly...
Uh-oh. Oh my god. It looks like, what was it, Fran the Squawk, I think?
A bit.
What?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, I'll say, hello, who are you?
And the tentacle swishes you into the dirt.
Oh. Save game. I'll run towards the tentacle and roll under it and jump into the doors.
Okay, you roll under the tentacle and jump into the doors, and then another tentacle grabs you and squishes you into jelly.
Oh, save game. Okay. I'm gonna run on one of the tentacles and run up it to the creature's head and punch it in the face.
But you're running up the tentacle, but it's flailing around, and it kind of then it tries to shake you off, but you're kind of still on it. But then just another tentacle comes over and just claps, and you're squished.
Save game. Oh, my gun. I have the gun. I will shoot at the tentacles with the gun.
That's right. It kind of singes the tentacles a bit, and you're and it kind of brings it back for a second, but doesn't really look like it does any permanent damage. It's just, kind of annoying to it.
Okay. I will keep doing that as I, run for the doors and then jump inside. Like so like just to keep it distracted long enough for me to get there.
Okay, you can totally distract it for a bit, but there's just too many tentacles, and there's more underneath the thing, and one of them still gets you.
Okay, save game. I will shoot him in the eyes.
All right, so now he's just like flailing all over the place, and it's just a complete mess, and you're just trying to get out of the way. But it's just like so chaotic and thrashing, you just like can't seem to get through the thresher of it, and you get squished.
Okay, When I fire the gun, does it make a lot of light?
It does.
Okay. I'll fire at a point on his beak, hoping that it'll make like a glowing point that'll like be really bright and like dazzle him.
You hit him in the beak, and you're like, ah! And then as he squawks, or as it squawks, it like hurts more because he's hitting from the beak. And yeah, he is kind of dazzled, and he's like kind of sees you, so he's like, he's not completely thrashing around like blind, but his eyesight is diminished, and he's kind of impaired. It's harder for him to hit you, but there's still a lot of tentacles. You've kind of made it a little bit further than you have before. What do you do?
I'll shoot him in the eyes.
Okay, you shoot him in the eyes this time. Now he's totally thrashing around, and you're past most of the tentacles, but the ones down below are still all over the place. You're dodging as much as you can. What's your strategy to get out of the way?
I'm gonna like hug the lip of the doors, and see if there's like a notch like inside where where the doors as they open that they retract into. And if so, I'm going to pull myself into that notch and, like, hide.
Okay, so you get into the notch, and it works. There's, like, you're able to dodge it for a bit. Now you're stuck in this little spot. What do you do?
I'll jump off and fire the gun below me to hit any tentacles that are below me and make them retract so that I'll fall down to beneath them.
Okay, it's a total surprise to this thing because he kind of lost you, and then it like kind of brings his tentacle back, and you zip down into the thing, and you're away.
And I'm what?
And you're away. You've escaped.
Yes.
You're inside the base.
Sweet.
You get in, and like as you get all the way down into the main hangar, the thing there's like this thing is like basically in the outer hatch for the airlock, and so you find the inner airlock, and you get in through that, and there's a couple other things, and you finally get inside, and after all that battling with this space squid, your oxygen is dangerously low. I mean, you've all that exertion, it really kind of depleted things. You don't have much oxygen left. What do you do?
I mean, So I'm like in like a inner airlock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll see if is there any controls I can use to open it.
Yep.
All right, I'll open it and I'll go inside.
All right, you open it. You go inside. The outer, the door closes, pressurizes. Everything's there. What do you do?
I'll take off my helmet and breathe.
Ah, fresh air. Feel kind of a relief.
Okay, so...
But is it fresh? And you start to kind of get like, I don't know, maybe it's just all the adrenaline and just all the craziness that has been happening recently, but for whatever reason...
What the heck? I'm getting sleepy. Okay, so is this literal? Do I literally see these letters behind me?
I mean, you're pretty tired, so it kind of seems like that. Maybe you're hallucinating, though.
Okay. I'll go to sleep.
You fall into a restful and peaceful, dreamless sleep, floating through the pillows of unconsciousness. At some time later, you have no idea when, feel consciousness start tugging on your periphery and slowly soothing you back to wakefulness. And kind of come back into your body and feel your kind of relaxed and placid form. And finally, slowly, you open your eyes and you see this.
Yes. Oh my god, I can't believe I beat that screen already. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so we've got a Nazi dude over here. We've got... Okay, wait. First of all, hold on. Let me save game to the last screen. You are getting sleepy. And I would like to try to climb the ladders.
Yeah, you do, and it's very soothing, and it makes you fall asleep. It's like kind of like counting sheep.
Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get the E before. No. The A from R. I'm gonna try and get that and put it into my inventory before I fall asleep.
The R?
No, the A.
Or the E? The A.
The A from the word R.
Okay, you climb up and you take the A and it's so hard, but you think you just get it into your inventory. You take that A and you put it in your inventory. And then you getting sleepy and you go to sleep.
All right. So now we go on to the next screen.
Yep.
Can I see my inventory? I want to see if the A is in it.
You can't look in your inventory. Your arms are bound.
Ah, dang it. Epic World says, wow, Chris, you made Zach yawn during the sleepy screen.
Oh, I could not see his video, so I'm glad it had that effect.
Oh, dang it. Those letters were just so comforting. Okay, so what is going on here?
Well, you are bound at the wrists by electo space chains. I don't know if you recognize these figures. I mean, you certainly recognize the Nazi as a Nazi.
But do I recognize him in particular? Is he like the giant Nazi or something?
Yes, he is.
Oh, the giant Nazi returns. What was that guy's name again? Hold on.
You can see it. He's older, and more decorated now. It was just like a private back in the day, but now it seems like moved up the ranks. But yes, it is one and the same.
Okay, wait. Let me, he had a name, didn't he? I'm looking it up on the wiki right now. If my wiki internet connection would work, which it does not seem to be. Dang it. Okay. Giant Nazi. Okay, his name is Hans Gutenberg.
Hans Gutenberg.
Yes.
All right.
So he was from the 1940s. How is he here? I mean, I guess you can't answer that, but all right, I will say.
I know, right? How is he here?
Yeah. And what about this person? Who is that? That does look familiar, but I don't know who it is. Let's see. Chainsaw. I don't know. Like, the head looks vaguely Spaceball, but I'm not entirely sure about that. All right. Do I recognize who it is?
Well, has Zach ever come across a Spaceball?
Regular 8-ball, yes, but Spaceball, no. I mean, I think, although maybe, because, the, in the first Spaceballs game, at the beginning of it, the Spaceballs, they've designed all their laser pointers to be in the shape of Zach's head, so that if they ever encounter Zach, they'll automatically, be able to target him, because they just built their entire society around hating Zach. But that might just be because he encountered the 8-balls, which is sort of like their progenitors, or the basic form of them. So I don't know. But oh my god, is it a Spaceball?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, judging from how much this thing seems to methodologically hate you, yes, this is a Spaceball.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a Spaceball.
This is a Spaceball and a Space Nazi. That is what is going on right now.
Oh my god, a Spaceball and a Space Nazi. Woo! Yes. Okay, I'll say, hey guys! What are you guys doing?
Guten Tag, Zach.
Oh.
So nice of you to join us.
Hey, Hans. Guten Tag.
My friend here and I were just musing on how it's so gracious of you to give us your death.
Well,
those Spaceballs.
I'll say, Hans. You do realize that I'm gonna break out of here and kick both of your butts, right?
Oh, you think you're going to break out of these chains and kick both of our butts when my friend, the spaceball here, has a giant space chainsaw and I over here have a giant space katana? You think that, Zach?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I'll say, Hans.
You're so amusing, Zach.
I mean, you're the one with the ridiculous space hat, Hans.
Oh, you think this is very ridiculous, do you? This my very official space Nazi helmet? Oh, Zach, you're so gauche. You do not know what fashion is.
Epic World says, I have a question. Has the character Chris ever been in a PCG? To which the answer is yes. I'll let Chris answer that in more detail if he likes to.
Yeah, I have. I think in Zach's PCGs sometime, or like early ones, Zach, when you would make games for me, like when I was a kid, like there weren't that many, but like I was the character in those games as much as you were the character in mine.
Yep.
But then I think, put myself in one of the group games, perhaps.
I think
like
so.
The ones where it was like you and Colette and Ari were, and then maybe Laura. I don't know, just like a bunch of people were all like in a spaceship going around doing stuff, and then I think somehow it got to be that it was just like weird for like why is the whole group going but like not me when I would be normally part of the group, so that I'm just like kind of there tagging along for some reason.
Yeah, you were the only one not playing. That's hilarious. But
yeah.
But yeah, I do remember all of that happening. Epic World says, also, Chris, you really should show a video showing all the PCGs you still have, or your whole PCG collection and notes and stuff. Yeah.
That's a great thing. I do need to do that. I also need to find all that stuff. It's been I feel like, Zach, you have a lot of the PCGs, and some of them it's like, unfortunately, like there's lots of moves that have happened over the years, so it's like kind of there's actually just like crates of papers that I have to go through.
Oh god.
Like regardless, as like a thing that has to happen outside of PCG. So I feel like as I go through those, that'll like I'll probably unearth stuff, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I might be able to talk about some of that. So it's in the backlog. There's and hopefully paper is easy to like kind of lose or throw out as you're doing crazy moves and whatnot. So hopefully we'll be able to get to that soon.
Yeah, hopefully that would be cool. I would like to see that video. I was just looking through my drawer just now to see if I have any of your PCGs. I didn't see any, but I feel like I have some too, so I'll look in more detail later.
Yeah, I feel like I gave you some for like safekeeping or something, mostly because of not much, but like just like you have like a lot of the PCG stuff, and I'm like kind of bouncing around sometimes, so it felt like kind of appropriate to kind of put them over there.
Yeah, totally. I agree. I especially feel that way, like even more after like your mom threw out like 98% of the PCGs you ever made as a kid. I feel more safe with them here.
My mom did throw out all that stuff. Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing? Epic.
Hey, you're in this screen.
Yes, so I am. Okay. I'll be like, so wait a second. Hans, why are you even here? You like I met you in the 1940s, dude. Like that was a long time ago.
Oh, Zach, you're so unfashionable. You're so gauche. You think, like, dying is, like, so hip. No, we freeze in the cryo chambers once the space balls came and helped us out.
Oh. Yeah, why are you working with Spaceballs? What's that all about?
Oh, they're very cool. They're very fashionable. So look at the hairs. I love how they do it. You know, it's very cool, and you get to, you know, be with them, and they get to be with you, and everyone is friends, and it's very cool and very fashionable.
Huh. Yeah, are you sure you want to work with this guy? Like, Hans, you do realize the Spaceballs are, you know, like really bad, right? Like they build ships that just fall apart at the slightest touch, the slightest breeze. Like their engineering skills, like if I don't bring down you Nazis, the Spaceballs engineering skills will.
Oh, Zach, you think, oh, you're so clever. You love it when, you know, people are good. But no, it's very cool to be bad. And that me and the Spaceballs, we're very evil, we're very nasty, and that's what we like. And the Spaceballs, you know, we help them, they help us with the freezing, and we help them with the engineerings, and we make it so that we are better together. We are like a peanut butter and jelly.
All right, fair enough. And Spaceball, what about you? Why are you working with this guy? Like, I thought your standards were higher than this, both because he's a Nazi, so, you know, he's just really bad on that account, and also his fashion sense is just the worst. Like, do you see that helmet?
Hey. Well, listen, these Nazis, you know, we're like puzzle pieces. We get together. Yeah, you know, I wasn't always so hot on the Nazi party. I didn't know much about him, but then I found out, you know, hey, he's a pretty good guy, Hans. You know, we both have a common enemy. You know.
Who's your common enemy?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know, you, Zach. Yeah, you know, it's so good to be able to kill you myself. You know.
Wait, what did I ever do to you? I've never even met you before in my life, dude. How are we enemies?
Well, it's been passed down for generations after generation that was inscribed in the ancient texts. 2 simple letters.
Oh.
Excess!
Oh, no.
And that is the principle that has guided our entire species.
No, dude. Dude. Listen, Spaceball, what's your name?
My name is Jingathat.
Jingathat. Listen, Jimbathat. You gotta leave that tradition stuff in the past, man. You gotta let that go. You know, like listen, man. Have you ever heard of a human story called Romeo and Juliet?
Nah, sounds dumb. Listen, tradition's the best. This Nazi over here agrees with me, and we hate your guts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop you up into little pieces, and then we're gonna chop those pieces into even little pieces, and then we're gonna dance.
Psh, as if you could.
Watch me. And the two of them both like freaking sashimi you. And the disco ball in the corner goes nuts, and they start dancing and shimmying and breaking down and going crazy.
Wait, they're just dancing?
Yeah, on your sashimi corpse.
Okay. Save game. I'll be like, listen. Fuck, what was it? Excuse me. What was his name again?
Jim Buffett.
Jim Buffett. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget it. All right. Jim. Oh, I can call him Jim. Jim Buffett, like Thet.
Ehet. Jim Buffett.
Wait, you said Ehet?
JYMBATHET.
Okay, there we go. Jim Buffett. Okay.
It's actually GYM.
Okay. You jerk. And now I feel the need to actually cross that out. GYM. Jim Buffett. We can go into the gym.
Yep.
Listen, Jim Buffett. If you had never heard that tradition, maybe you and I could be friends, you know? Maybe it could be you and me sushimiing some other person together, you know? Like, you don't know. Like, maybe I'm a cool guy, and maybe your stupid tradition is keeping you from learning that.
Dare you say my tradition's stupid, and he chainsaws you in half. And they dance.
Alright, save game. Jim Buffett, as you know, I have the utmost respect for Spaceball tradition. But what if I were to tell you that Hans over here secretly
You're such a liar. Oh my god.
Secretly told me that that he hates Spaceball tradition. He's only pretending to like it to use you to get what he wants out of the situation.
What? I never said this. No, Spaceballs are so fashionable.
Please, you're the cat's out of the bag, Hans. We all know.
The Spaceball's like, well, it is part of the prophecy that the XS1 would speak fork-tongued lies.
Shoot. I'll say, you know, I gotta hand it to your prophecy. It sounds like it knows me well.
Yes. Of course.
Epic Worlds PCG says.
Of course it does.
Epic World says Jim Buffett sounds a lot like Boba Fett from Star Wars. I was just thinking that. Okay, so let me see if I can break these chains. I'm gonna like pull on them.
They seem pretty sturdy.
Okay, I'm going to hang from the chains and flip myself up such that my legs grab onto the cat space helmet and pull myself up by my legs and hang on to the helmet that way, upside down.
All right, you flip over and grab onto the helmet, supporting yourself. Now the two of them like slice at where you once were, but then just like their sword and chainsaw clang together, and they kind of like bounce off each other for a moment, and they kind of are trying to recover for a second. You have a moment. What do you do?
I'll wrap my chains around both of their sword and chainsaws.
All right, you kind of wrap them around, and they're kind of struggling. It's like the chainsaw is kind of going at it. It's probably gonna break the chains in like a moment. The katana's struggling, and it's super sharp. It's a space katana, so it's probably gonna break its chains in a moment as well. They're kind of pulling against you, so like your arms are getting like kind of pulled out like that. You could kind of let them go fully, or you could kind of try to bring them in or do something else. So what do you do?
I will bring him in. I don't know why I yelled, but...
And they're like kind of... You're like struggling against these two that are trying to pull you apart, and you're kind of like staying here, like about here, and then all of a sudden the chains break, and your arms clang together, and the two of them fall backward. You have a moment. What do you do?
I'll run for Hans, and I'll tackle him to the ground and punch him in the face.
All right, you do just that. And yeah, he's already on the ground, but you kind of tackle him some more, and you punch him in the face. He's like, "No!"
All right. I will get his sword and sit on his face and wait for the space ball to approach.
As you go for his sword, he kicks you in the chest, and you fly across the room as the space ball cuts you in half.
Whoa.
And they dance. They boogie down.
Save game. How is he so strong?
I do space push-ups.
Okay, save game. I'll take off his helmet.
Right, you have his helmet. He's like, "Oh!"
And I'll put it on,
terrible.
and I'll like get up and I'll dance. I'm like, nah, 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 nah.
He's like, "Oh, you take that off, that is the blah, give it to me, and he grabs his sword and he kind of charges you in like a blood frenzy, while the space ball is kind of picking himself up and kind of getting his chainsaw ready to charge. What do you do?
I'll wait till the last second and then dodge to the side, hoping that he'll impale the space ball.
The two clash together and kind of completely eviscerate each other, and it is a complete sashimi fest, and it's terrible.
The
disco ball goes on a little bit, and it's like, and it's pretty disturbing.
Oh. So, just to clarify, they're both dead right now, right?
Absolutely.
Ah, jeez. Oh man, rest in peace, Hans and Jimbethet. In another world, we could have been friends. Okay, wait. So save game to before, when I was still on the chains, and I just want to ask Hans, so wait, Hans, what are both of you doing in the Shadow Realm? What? Isn't this a company base? What are you doing here hanging out with the company?
Oh, the shadow is super cool. It's so, like trendy and like fashion forward. We just like brought us all together, all the different things and happenings, and it's very hip and it's very cool.
I see. So is it just you, or the Nazis are in alliance and the Spaceballs are in alliance with the Shadow?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Just questions the Nazi and all the fashionable things and all the craziness going on. Like, wouldn't you like to know how many beings and intergalactical alliances that the Shadow has stitched together in this crazy chaos bucket of insanity? Wouldn't you just love to know exactly how many? Because it's so many you can't even count.
Psh, I bet it's not even more than 10.
Oh, it's so much more than 10, you stoopy.
Yeah, right. I bet you don't even have the Croden on board.
Oh, we so do have the Croden on board. They're all there, and everyone's there.
Yeah,
okay?
sure. Okay. Everyone. Yeah, like who else?
Oh, you think I would just tell you all the other people, like Pinchzoid Crabicus, or, like the Nazi or doctors who do all the crazy experiments, the Schultz Schwarzenheimer, Poliencio is in this as well. You think I'm just going to tell you all these things, or like the cats and all the peoples, or like all the different extra dimensional rich people? Like, this is all very delicate alliance building, all these interdimensional beings and all these power brokers. You have no idea how hard it is to maintain this delicate balance. You are so unfashionable, uncool.
You're right. You got me. I could never get you to tell me all of that. That Schultz Schwarzenheimer is on board and Pinchzoid Crabicus. I guess I'll just never be able to find that out. Epic Worlds wants to know.
That's right.
Epic Worlds wants to know, do they have Hento on board? So, I mean, I guess I'll ask him that. The Hento, Chris, in case you don't know, are they're like evil people from the planet Gondo that Epic Worlds created. And even in
so you ask him that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say? I cut you off.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, they're the evil people from that, and I think even in that PCG they were established to be working with the company, that the company is like arming them or something. But yeah, anyway, I'll ask him in the format of, I bet you don't even have the Hento on board.
Oh, you think we don't have the Hento on board? Because, listen, I don't even know who the Hento are, but yes, we have them on board. I saw it in the records, you silly person.
Yeah, I'm sure. You didn't see it in the records. There's no records.
I read it myself. I saw it in all the records, and it is very official, and there's many stamps.
Many stamps. I bet your alliance doesn't even have a name.
It has a very, very fashionable name. It's the Shadow Alliance.
The Shadow Alliance? Who?
Don't tell anyone that, because you didn't know it and I didn't tell you it, and also because that's what we call it on the inside, and if any is too delicate, if some people knew that it was called the Shadow Alliance, they would leave because they're not as fashionable as everyone else.
Oh, shoot. Okay, Chris. Just for wiki purposes, I'm going to ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Is this the same alliance that that was in Balzac Globotron. I mean, like, obviously conceptually it's like almost total overlap, but you know, I don't know. Is it supposed to be the same alliance, or is it like just another alliance formed at a different time?
It is. I mean, I don't know. I think it's an extension of the same alliance. I feel like there's just different alliances that kind of bubble and form all over each other. But yeah, it's like kind of the same thing, right?
All right,
it's
cool.
Just like under a different moniker.
All right. So like, the Shadow Alliance is its official name at this time, but I don't know. I mean, but you're saying like
these people.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know if I should retitle the wiki article as the Shadow Alliance or not, because like the earlier article, or like I had just called them the Alliance and it didn't really have a name for it, but the Shadow Alliance is pretty cool.
Listen, I think there's plenty in the Shadow Alliance who call it the Alliance as they consider themselves equal. But the Shadow, at least what Hans is saying is the puppet master here. It seems to have other ideas.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you for answering my totally shallow and not shallow, but like I don't know, like pedantic question. Epic Worlds is asking, hey Chris, do you ever watch my PCG videos? Because I was always curious about that. Like, do you like my PCGs that have your characters in them? Like I have Zuvak in my PCGs, he says.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on videos, but I would love to see those. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things, but yeah, if I would love some links, I can check them out.
All right, cool. I'll see if I can hook you up with some of those links later.
Sweet.
Okay, so getting back to the game, yeah, let's go save game to after these guys had killed each other. Oh, I feel so bad. R.I.P. Hans. And
yeah,
Jimbathet, so new, just met him. But let's be real, like there was no saving these guys. They were beyond my help. But you know, I tried to reason with them, but
I mean, listen, good on you for kind of trying to reason with really in some ways the ultimate evil, a space ball.
Yes, I try. Even the worst has some good in them. I assume.
That's right.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
That's right.
But okay, so yeah, now we're here. What's that like, I don't know, like looks like a I don't know, like almost like a manhole cover in the ground?
Yeah, it is indeed that. It looks like it's like kind of goes to a kind of duct system in the floor.
Oh, cool. I will open it, but not go in yet.
Okay.
First, I will investigate this room. Like, what's that blue box at the bottom right?
At the bottom right, yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like this kind of crystalline, hard surface, but kind of droopy thing with no obvious, I don't know, indicators on it or features, just completely smooth.
I'll touch it.
It's actually warmer to the touch than you were expecting. You were expecting cold, but it's like room temperature.
Oh, Epic World says, Zach, check if the A is in your inventory. I will check if the A is in my inventory. Thank you, Epic.
You look in your inventory and you kind of blink and kind of rub your eyes. It's like a little, I don't know, like a little sleepy, or like it just feels almost like twilight, like looking in your inventory. But yeah, there's an A there.
Yes.
Right? It can't be though, but yes.
Yes. Sweet. Okay. All right. Okay, I hope you wrote that down in my official inventory because I don't want that to be forgotten.
What yeah, that's true. Where is oh gosh. I don't know where anything. All right, let me put it down in your temporary inventory right now because I don't know where the paper is right now.
Okay. Also, Epic says I should play Guy Phobaz with Chris. Guy Phobaz is a PCG I made a video about recently. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Sweet. Guy Phobaz.
Hell yeah, Guy Phobaz.
All right. We'll have to do it.
All right. I don't know if you'd be up to it though. I don't know if Guy Phobaz might be too much for your sensibilities.
Oof, you are the worst, sir. You are the absolute worst.
That I am. Okay. What's that in the bottom left corner?
It's a similar type of thing to the bottom right, but it's more curved.
And it feels the same to the touch?
Yeah.
I'll try picking it up.
It's far too heavy.
Same for the one on the bottom right?
Yeah.
Okay. Epic World says, out of curiosity, what made you choose the A? At first I was going to choose the E because, E for inventory, but then I was like, that might get confused with the E that's naturally at the top of the inventory screen, so I just picked another random letter, and the A was just there, so I'm like, all right, let me just grab the A.
Wow. Wow. So you thought that you might lose your inventory item because it looked like the inventory indicator itself?
Yeah, because I don't trust you, and you might go for one of your ambiguity things. You might be like, yeah, there's an E there, but then you'd be like all ambiguous about whether it's like I might be like, where is it? And you'll like point to the E at the top of the inventory. I can totally see you doing that.
So I apologize. Let's give it its proper pronunciation of inventory.
Yes. Heck yeah. My inventory. Okay, what's that purple thing top left?
That is a disco ball.
Oh, yeah. I will take Hans's sword and like smash it open.
It's filled with candy. Just kidding. No, it's just glass. It's a disco ball. And some wires.
Okay. What's the purple thing top right?
Oh, it's just some like accoutrement on the wall. Like some paneling, or I don't know. It's like some, not exactly quite sure what it's made of, but it's just some random detailing.
Okay. Cool. I'll take the sword and the chainsaw.
It's interesting. Okay. They're a little bit worse for wear, but yeah, you have them.
Okay. I'll break off the chain holding the helmet, and I'll take the helmet too.
Okay.
Man, that A. It's making me sleepy.
Yeah, it's making you sleepy.
But yeah, okay. I will also I will take the Nazi dude's like fashionable hat and his clothes.
Yeah, I thought you already took his helmet. You take his clothes?
Actually, come to think of it, they're probably
the clothes are like kind of shredded.
All right,
they're like kind of chopped up and crazy. And gross.
Okay, forget that. I will just take his like his medals.
All right, you take his medals.
Hopefully I can pass myself off as like an off-duty Nazi.
All right, you take them all.
I'll try slicing the cube with the sword, because why not?
It goes like, it like kind of enters the cube in a weird way, and you're like kind of electrocuted, and you kind of blast off into the ceiling and are squished.
Oh, save game. Interesting. These cubes seem like they're worthy of my attention. Can I push it along the floor?
You can't budget.
Can I put the helmet in like imagining it as if it's Jello? I'm gonna put the helmet into it and try and scoop some of it out.
Like, and it like kind of like whirs and stuff, and it's like kind of strange, and the whole world seems to vibrate in the back of your eyes. But yeah, you have like some weird glassy hard substance at the bottom of the helmet.
Sweet, I'll drink it.
You drink it, you electrify your innards.
Yes. I mean, no, that's bad. All right. Wait, am I dead?
Yes.
Okay, save game. Epic World says the blue cubes are probably going to be like the next green bubbles. I know, I was thinking that. Right? Okay, well, you know what? Let's go down the hatch. Wait, are there any other exits from this room?
No, not that you can see.
All right, hatch.
And you go down the hatch, sliding into next week.
Oh-ho!
That's all I got.
Oh, man. Yes. That was 5 screens, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it was. 5 indeed. A good number. How many does that bring us up to?
That brings us up to, I believe, 38.
38. That is that more than half? Hold on. What? I have to hold on.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it's exactly half.
Oh, shoot. We're halfway through. Yes. It is exactly half. Yes. Woo. High five. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah, dude.
It's happening.
Epic World says awesome section, Chris. Great job. And
thank you, Epic Worlds. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out.
Epic World says also, Chris, when you finish the PCG Anniversary Special, what are your next plans for PCGs? That's a good question.
Oh, great question. Oh man, I I mean, it's taken me 16 years to get to halfway done, so it feels, I mean, it feels like a lot, but I don't know. I mean, there's always new ideas. I like to stay open to them in the moment, but I mean, just the one that's concrete. I mean, Zach and I had been bouncing around that idea of doing a collaborative PCG that someone else plays, so I think that would be the next logical thing.
Sweet. I am still most definitely down.
And maybe something shorter.
Hopefully so. Well, not hopefully. This is actually really awesome. So, but it would be nice to have one that like, we can finish, and like have it there,
That's right. Oh man. Well, at the end of this, we'll also have to do like a full recap of every screen, like a full, like here's the whole arc now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be epic,
recap,
you guys.
A slow recap.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so this is really cool. I'm digging the whole. So wait, so now this confirms though that now, like the Spaceballs and the Nazis are now part of the Alliance, right?
That's exactly true.
Woo! Yeah, that alliance growing. Or I guess it's like bubbling in and out of existence as you're saying, or whatever. But yeah, whatever. It's all alliance-y.
That's right. It's like NATO but evil.
Yes. Yes, just like that. Epic World says, Chris, do you have a script for this game? And I can already tell the answer is going to be no because it's Chris. But I'll let you take that, Chris.
No, I do not have a script for this game. But I do have like an outline. And I do have actual notes and things about like where things are going. So it's not like a formal script, but like it's like I have notes, I have outlines, I have like kind of I know where we're ending.
That makes sense. Oh shoot, where are we ending?
Wouldn't you like to know? You think I'm some Hans over here who's just gonna spill everything?
Yeah, like I bet you don't even have an ending. You know what? I bet Zuvak's not even standing there in the ending. I bet you don't even know.
You think Zuvak's not standing there at the ending? Well, let me tell you.
Dang. Epic World says, I had a dream I was at PCG Convention 2022 last night. That's a good dream.
Man, that's awesome. PCG Convention. That's I like that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Gotta make this a reality.
Like it's like everyone is at like a convention center and everyone's like playing PCGs with each other and stuff.
That'd be so cool. Oh my god, can you imagine if we imagine us like actually renting out a convention hall? Like just the absurdity of that concept.
Yeah, like a real convention. Yeah.
Yeah, like
so much space.
We're expecting like 500 to 700 people, you guys. We ordered pizza for all of them. Like,
oh, hilarious.
I know.
Oh my god.
Especially hilarious when no one shows up.
Just stuck with a bill.
Yeah. Gonna be fun times. But yeah, this was super cool. I have to make a note to go back and rescue this guy, Gardo, because he definitely wanted to come with me to Earth, and I told him I would do it. So that is gonna happen.
You did. You gave him his word. Yeah. You gave him your word, I should say.
Although then again, I do pledge to do a lot of things in PCGs that don't happen. Like that time I was gonna try and I was determined to take over the Nazi base, and which, by the way, I'm still gonna take over that Nazi base.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I know.
Listen, you think you have control
But
over this,
but how would you even? How would you even do that when there's like top-notch Nazis like Hans guarding the place? I mean, like, how would you even start?
I don't know. I don't know. That would be tricky.
Sure would.
But I will find a way. By the way, even if you don't like put it in a PCG for me to find it, I still will anyway. You'll give me like a screen that's like, okay, you're in New York City and there's a cat chasing you, and I'll be like, okay, I run all the way to Arizona or wherever that Nazi base was and take it over.
Yep. Yeah, you would do that.
Yes.
And that's what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm surprised by your restraint in this game, to be honest.
Yeah. It's the PCG Anniversary Special, so I thought I should, show a little bit of restraint, at least for the beginning of the game. Although, as it goes on, and as, more jerks like, Hans over here show up, I am beginning to reconsider.
Right. There was it was too many nice guys earlier.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, everyone's kind of sweet and good, and whatever, everything's fine here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. There's the occasional dinosaur, giant mutated squid, but like, that's par for the course,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of course. That's just like how things go.
Epic World says, Chris, me and my friend might play Till Time Do Us Part because I printed it out.
What? Oh man. Well, let me know how that goes. Been a long time since anyone's played that game.
Yeah, a really long time. Well, I guess not that long actually. I feel like I have played it with some people more recently, but still.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think cool. Yeah, I think it was like one of the first PCGs I tried putting on the PCG shop. So I think once at like Kurt's house or something, we tried playing it with Kurt's friend or something. But yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm very curious how that turns out too. I have very fond memories of Till Time Do Us Part. Good times. But
yeah, it's a nice little quick one, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, compared to this, yeah.
Not like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess everything's quick compared to this, but like, I mean, like, even I feel like it was like a little bit shorter than some of the other games.
Yeah, I mean, well,
A few less screens.
I mean, I feel like back in the old days, like when we were kids and stuff, like an average crisp PCG was like you could beat it in one day, like in one playing. And now,
yeah, it'd be like 4 or 5 screens or something.
Yeah, that was the average. And now it's like PCGs are like every crisp PCG takes months, and if it doesn't, it's like it's considered a mini like side adventure now.
Oh man.
But yeah, like,
I mean, true.
Yeah, so I feel like Till Time Do Us Part was like in the earlier category for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, it was phase 2, right? But
Series 2. It's called Series 2 back then.
That's true. It was Series 2.
Yeah.
So what is it? Series 2 or phase 2?
I mean, pretty sure it was Series 2. Yeah, because it was just... Yeah, it was... Series 1 was just untitled until... Except retroactively. Series 2 was called Series 2. Then there's Mark 3. and you said that it changes title every time when you came up with Mark III.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now this is phase 4.
It is?
Yep. We haven't used phases yet, right?
No, we have not. So wait, this is a new phase? I'd always assumed it was just part of Mark III, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, when did Mark III start?
With ghosts.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, this has got to be a new one, right?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's pretty subjective. It's pretty much how you decide to classify it. I mean, like there was like a clear and easy boundary between Series 1 and Series 2 cuz like, you know, we were kids and then we were like late teens. You know, and there was like a long period of nothing in between. And then between Series 2 and Mark III, same thing. Like there was years of no PCGs. And then you started making PCGs again, and it was like totally different. So you could like put PCG Anniversary Special II as like a continuation of that, or you could argue it's the beginning of a new era. So I don't know. It's it's always ambiguous.
Oh yeah, always. Well, let's keep that ambiguity going, and yeah, keep it ambiguous. We don't know if this is Mark III or Phase 4.
Heck yeah. Either way, I'm definitely making an article for Phase 4. In the wiki.
The questionable plays thing. I don't know. Phase. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh god. Whacking the mic. All right, now I can't see. Hey.
Epic World says, when do you think the modern series will end and the new series will begin? Because I have series for me, which I title alphabetically, like my first few games were Series A, and now I'm in Series B. Interesting. Well, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Series B. I mean, that's definitely more sensical than my naming convention, which is almost an anti-convention, I would say, seemingly.
Yeah. Which is the Chrisiest kind of convention there is.
Yeah, it kind of is. But yeah, I don't know. I actually think, as much as I want to keep this chaotic, I do think that there isn't a meaningful distinction in eras between this and Ghost and the beginning of Ghosts.
That's true.
I mean, at least in terms of timeline, there's been more continuity. Oh, I mean, I'm not counting like stylistic changes or things like that. You know, it's just
Yeah, that's true. It has seemed like sort of a natural progression. Like, I mean, Mark III was the first of your series to not be about Zack, right? It was like that. This was the one where you're gonna explore like different characters, and so you had ghosts. You know, you had whatchamacallit, What Conspiracy, and space cells, and you know, that kind of stuff. And then this PCG Anniversary Special II is like, you finally returning to Zach. So it's like Mark III coming full circle and, you know, going back to its roots for the first time, but, you know, building on all that mythology that's been developed in the earlier installments of Mark III, I believe. So yeah.
Wait a minute. What if this isn't Mark III or Phase 4? What if this is what was it called? Phase 2.
Phase 2?
Yeah, what if it's that?
Why Phase 2? What is that? Like, what's Phase 1 then?
Well, like, okay, there was what was it called? It was called Series. Oh no, it was Series 2. It was called Series 2. What if we're jumping back to Series 2 now because it's Zach?
Oh, I could see the argument. Interesting. Although it doesn't feel like Series 2. If anything, it would be Series 3.
You think it's Series 3?
Well, because even if, like, you ignore the existence of ghosts and space cells and all that other stuff, like, then this would still be a Zack game that's, like, decades separated from the rest of Series 2 and stylistically different and taking a new direction. It still feels like, no matter how you frame it, it feels like a new era from the old. I mean, I still think it's part of the same, like, series. Like, it's still the Zack series, is what I'm saying. It's still the series of adventures following Zack, you know. But in terms of, like, eras of PCG, this is definitely, like, a new one, right? I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mark III. Whatever. I just want to.
Man. So it's Phase 4.
I want it to be something weird. Right. It's actually we're actually skipping Phase 4. It's Leap 5.
Oh, Leap 5. Oh, dang. Well, that is quite a leap.
It's true. But yeah, man, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, of course.
Should keep working on these.
Yeah, for sure. And I've also been working on a PCG for you to play as well, so hopefully that will be done in the near future.
Well, that's pretty sweet. Cool. I know nothing about this, but this should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a quick one, only probably like 4 or 5 screens ish. So you know, we could just take like a one play session break from PCG Anniversary Special II, beat that, and then go back to it, you know, if you want.
Sounds good. Yeah, well, whenever that's ready, we'll jump into that.
All right, sweet. All right, I will.
All right. Well, this was sweet. Thanks for hanging out, everyone in the chat, and as always, PCG you later.
Oh, and he's gone. Chris is the worst. Just to answer a few questions in chat before I go. So if it would be so cool to have a museum showcasing every PCG ever made and seeing them all at once. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I would love that. Even if I made the museum, I would just visit it and be like, oh, so cool. Epic World says, wait, have I heard of this PCG you're working on, Zach? Have I mentioned it? I probably have. Knowing me, I'm not that good at, you know, keeping secrets. Except that I will this time. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, except that I did share like a teaser of it in the PCG leaks Discord channel. a while ago. I didn't say what it's from, but it is that. So yeah. Yeah. I should finish that. Oh yeah, I saw that, but I had no idea what that was. Exactly. Let's keep it that way. So yeah. Did I have anything to say before I go? Oh yeah, there's a new PCG video which I filmed today, and I'm going to try and get it up tonight. So yeah, just a quick PCG video. Want to react to vids or something? I think I'm just kind of tired right now. I kind of want to end the stream soon. I don't have like the energy to react to videos at the moment, but next time though for sure. A new PCG video tonight. Yeah, hopefully. I've been having some technical difficulties in, like I legit edited it on my phone, and now I want to transfer it to my PC to my PC to make some extra changes, and but I've been having some technical difficulties getting it over to the PC. So yeah, we'll see if I can make that happen, but if so, new PCG video tonight, and if not, new PCG video tomorrow. We'll see. Have a great night. All right, you two. Yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and PCG you later. Wait, how do I...